sense to come back as something less when you can communicate and experience it without becoming it.
Mm-hmm.
So we choose to come back as humans, but you do have some that choose to come back as other species.
Mm-hmm. Let's get to the next question. What's the symbolism to the horses running in blood in London? I just heard about that today.
Go to Revelations, and it said, and the blood would be up into the horse's bridle. It's telling you a time. The white horse is the conqueror.
Right.
The black horse carries justice, the scales to measure out the justice at the end. The pale horse carries death in its weight, and the red horse wages war. All of these is different social roles of political control measures. And they use those things among the secret societies to openly tell you what they doing in your face, behind your back. They ain't hiding it. You just don't know what it means. It's the drowning, it's the blood, the horse returning from battle with the blood. He waded through the blood up to the horse's bridle. Look up what a horse's bridle is and look at where the blood is located on the horse, and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Indeed. All right, we're gonna do two more questions. Brother Rich got to get out of here. We're gonna do two more questions. Can you share thoughts on Pokemon and relevance to universe and or human? Pokemon.
The Pokemons is an exaggeration of how to use certain energies. You can use the card as the description of the energy that you're trying to use. Just remember, it won't be as pronounced as it is in the anime because the anime is the extreme exaggeration to draw your attention to the subtle energy.
Indeed, indeed. All right, all right. Okay, somebody says, if the firmament can't be penetrated, explain how the telescopes are traveling through space.
I never said the firmament can't be penetrated.
That's a popular opinion on it.
Look,
The flat earthers.
It's people that's coming here and been coming and going. So if the firmament can't be, the human technology is probably blocked. Because since somebody's traveling in and out of this atmosphere as we speak.
Indeed, indeed. All right, let's get to this last super chat. I see Birdie. I just seen you say check the super chat. I missed your question, Birdie. This is the last question. Can you explain the difference between seeing orange versus black Sentinel drones? I sent him a vid on IG seeing a black one.
The color of the drones tell you what their purpose is. Normally, if they paint it black, the blacked out is the stealth mode. It's the military normally, or somebody that's using military color code. Same with the orange. The orange is to bring attention to itself, so somebody will want you to see the drone that you're looking at by giving it the bright color of orange.
Indeed, indeed. All right, all right. Shit, man. Let me get another one in, man. This is just when the shows is good, Rich, you just be trying to hang on. What is the true connection, Rob, between our birth date and our purpose?
When you learn how to find your life path number, and then you learn what the numerology of it is, your birth date will tell you your purpose, and you have to determine yourself what that purpose look like, because it's your purpose. You can't use somebody else's purpose unless you want to change the purpose you was born with and use the energy to accomplish something that you want to use your free will to override your agreement while you came.
Wow. Okay. This is the last one. I'm serious, y'all. This is the last one. If the brain is more of an antenna than a computer, where do you think we are really located? Where is our signal coming from? I like that question, brother.
That's one of the best questions.
Yeah.
So we are communicating into the 3D projected energy from higher frequencies, what we call alternate dimensions. As the energy moves faster up the dimensions, you are embodying higher frequencies of energy in the physical. The computer processing in the brain is designed to allow your higher dimensional self, your spirit body, to experience 3D by experiencing things like emotion that when you're not in the physical body, you don't have.
Shit, I want you to elaborate a little more on that, Rod. That was, I like this type of shit, man.
Look, we in a chapter of misery, right? When we
Yeah.
came down here to experience misery,
Yeah.
we was excited. We was excited because nobody didn't know what misery was. So the guys become curious of what this misery thing is and how it work and what it feel like. Now we know. We don't like it.
Then we get down here, we like, hell no, get me out of here.
But you asked for it.
You asked for it. Ain't that some shit?
Look, when you look at us and they tell you about our historical greatness.
Yeah.
The only reason we stay at the bottom as long as we did because we was strong enough to take it. If we wasn't strong enough to take it, we would have changed it a long time ago. Remember Elijah Muhammad said dissatisfaction brings about a change. Total dissatisfaction brings about a total change. The change is proportionate to the dissatisfaction. Now, everybody understand the chapter of misery, even if they didn't directly experience it, the observer effect still penetrates them through the sympathy link and the empathy link to make them know it's feel just as bad to hold somebody down as it is for somebody to hold you down.
Damn, man. Damn, this is one of them shows, y'all. Instant classic. This is one of them shows. This is definitely one of them shows. Rod, I want to thank you for coming on the platform. Family, once again, make sure you donate to the brother Cash App. $sign SikApe. That's SIKAPE. Rod, any message you want to leave the family before we get out of here? Anything you want to let the family know before we get out of here?
No, I think we can cover all the bases that we came to cover.
Oh yeah. Mission accomplished, huh?
Yeah. Peace, brothers, Rich. Peace.
Indeed. Good to have you back. Always good to have you on here, my brother. Always have
you always man. We be asking some journalistic questions, that bring what they call them eyewitness news responses. People be here to see it. It's like watching the car wreck in real time. You want to take your eyes off the screen, but you can't turn your head.
Wow, good way to put it, my brother. Good way to put it. Listen, man, gonna have a good show. Oh, before we start, family, a quick announcement. Rod Hayes will probably be on the Patreon, probably Friday night. His video will go up. So shout out to all the Patreon subscribers. His video will go up Friday night. I got Phil coming on tomorrow. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, Dr. Phil Valentine's video will go up tomorrow. Stay tuned for that. I got a cooking video next week with a special guest. Won't tell you who, but y'all can stay tuned for that as well. So you got 3 videos coming up in the next 2 weeks. And besides that, to get to the show, Rod Hayes, man, once you delve into the spiritual information and you learn all this stuff, you want to figure out why you're here. And for the most of us, we want to figure out how not to come back here. So I want to ask you, Rod, I'm wondering when it comes to reincarnation and not coming back here, I've seen Black people get tricked out of so many blessings in this realm from white folks, other black folks. They be like, nah, that shit is whack. Don't mess with that. Next thing you know, they got it. They be like, oh, your hair, you got law, man. Your hair's ugly. Damn, your hair ugly. Next thing you know, they worshiping a black Madonna with that hair. Like, we get tricked a lot out of things that they'll tell us, oh man, nah, that shit is whack. And then we leave it alone. The next thing we know, other people got it. I want to ask you that in terms of spirituality. Do you think the spiritual community is attempting to trick us and saying this Earth, nigga, Earth is trash, nigga. You want to come back to Earth? Are we being tricked into thinking Earth is a prison when really it was meant to be heaven on Earth? But we just don't know what we're doing, right? Let's talk about reincarnation and what it truly is, my brother.
So Earth, you see us human beings walking around on Earth, but the gods inhabit physical bodies to have a human experience on Earth. Mm-hmm. Earth is what you call a cosmic university. This chapter that we going through is called misery. All our pain and suffering has a side effect in the energy system. It's like a video game. The more of the misery we can take, the more of the pre-karma we build up. Mm-hmm. So the strongest of the strong are the ones who was at the bottom. Mm-hmm. But sooner or later, they got to rise back up to the top.
Right.
Right? Because the strongest have to be at the bottom to hold it up until it's about to be changed over. Mm-hmm. Then the strong got to take the lead. Right? It's like a system. Mm-hmm. This is what the secret societies do, they rituals to harness the energy of the system. Mm-hmm. By having you contribute your psychic energy to the egregores they create, you give them permission to control you. These egregores is expressed to us in the 3D world as contracts. Mm-hmm. Figments of the imagination. How the fuck a piece of paper gonna tell you who you is? Right? So the egregore, though, that the birth certificate validates that this is you. But what if you got switched at birth? You still gonna have the same birth certificate. Right? Mm-hmm. But you somebody else with that birth certificate. Mm-hmm. And that name. So you got switched at birth. So your DNA ain't gonna match. All this shit is about blood and it's about rights. And the system is played according to the ones who rise up in the families with the blood and the right to exercise their jurisdiction. Right? It's a self-realization process. By learning who you are without nobody having to tell you, without no DNA test, just from the perception of what you've been taught through your family lineage. And then you use that as the first frame of reference to see the world. My mama made it clear to me from a little bitty boy that we wasn't from Africa. Right? She told me about our birthrights. I don't need nobody to tell me that. My mama educated me on our tribal rights. So when we come into this reality, it's rules to the game. But don't nobody tell you the rules. You got to learn them by trial and by error. Mm-hmm. Because the pain and the suffering of the struggle builds the character to be able to endure to the end. Mm-hmm. Right? So all these is manipulations of energy. Mm-hmm. And this ties into the reincarnation cycles. And most people having the time of their life experiencing misery on Earth. Mm-hmm. Because they might come from a planet that never had anything like it. Misery is unique to the human emotional spectrum and the animals of the earth. Mm-hmm. other species don't have emotions.
Mm-hmm. Are we
So,
the only species with emotion, Rod? Are we the only in the universe? Are we the only one species with emotions?
no, but a lot of them don't have them. A lot of them are pathologically sociopathic by nature. Oh, you have to be able to think that, walk them through it, linear logic, right? They don't have that emotional energy. That's a side effect of mitochondria, by the way.
Emotion is a side effect of mitochondria.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's the feminine transfer of energy in high volume into the DNA. All of the energy that powers the DNA comes through the mitochondrial in the cell. The mitochondrial is the powerhouse of the cell. So the right brain processes the second heart, or the second brain as the heart. So you think with your heart and you think with your brain. You got to match them, intelligence and affection. Right?
Yo, G, I'm gonna tap out, man, because there's still a lot more questions. But yo, I would love to do it with you again. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question. No offense, because there's so many good questions, but I ain't even got halfway through, man. So I ain't gonna lie. It's Billy Carson. I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna answer. I want to ask this question. I'm just asking the question in the comments. Is Billy Carson and 19 Keys ops? Damn, deep diver. That's a deep one.
No, they not ops for us.
I say.
But you got to remember, it's two sides to this war, right? Watch who people enemy is.
The enemy.
You gotta always pay attention who their enemy is, because if you know who they fighting, you know what they fighting for. Because the enemy only gonna try to stop you if you fighting for something he don't want you to fight for.
Yo.
You can tell the ones that's spending for selfish agendas versus the ones that's trying to get information out, just by the information that they give you freely. Right? But that don't mean that people can't do business.
I'm still here. Yo, every time I want to, I'm trying to tap out, but every time I see something else, another good one. Did you see that Mexico's the president of Mexico is acknowledging the Afro-Indigenous people?
Yeah.
I thought like everything is paying itself out. Everything that we said years ago is paying out in real time type shit. Do you young people go back to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said you, G. Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, man. Man, if I can catch you next time. But man, I appreciate the wisdom over here for real, man. You already know I got something coming to you. I appreciate you. Y'all know you shit support. That's what you do. Levites and wisdom people. Gurus. I think not gurus. What they used to call the ones that used to tell the stories.
No, the
Griot, stuff like that. You take care of those, you know what I'm saying? You take care of your library, you take care of your leaders, you know what I'm saying? The ones that don't sell out, still standing on business and still standing on integrity and teaching you it ain't just about the show and just talking about the shit. You got to be about this shit. But man, getting garden, man, grow you some garden, you know what I'm saying? Peace to everybody. If you want to support my channel, look at my channel. I sell stuff, so look at my channel. You see something you like, you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, fuck with me. You see, once again, Rod Hayes, CASHAPP's in there. You got PayPal, Rod?
Nope.
No, he said no, CASHAPP. I got PayPal.
Look. Man, you made me forget what I was going to say. You were saying something, and I wanted to comment on it. Because you was talking about about your channel.
Oh, I did with Tahir when I was telling you I wanted to get you on there with Tahir RBG.
No, you was just saying it, and I was gonna comment on it, but I forgot what you said. Shit.
Wants to koala. You have time to talk about your Lord and Savior, Quincy. Peace and blessings to everybody, man.
We didn't have idol worship.
It's not idle. Everything
It's information passed down in artifacts.
Everything working. If they say that's an idol, then what's this? We were just talking about the spiritual technology. Every culture that look like us has spiritual technology. What they want to do is keep you from even looking into the, they want you to argue about the dumb parts. So you don't look into the spiritual technology. Once you start tapping into that spiritual technology, it's game over. Like, once you understand, they'll tell you don't play with crystals, but yet in the Bible, Aaron had to have a chest plate. He had to have a chest plate of stones before he could even talk to God. Moses carved the 10 Commandments on sapphire. You see what I'm saying? They literally say that the New Jerusalem will be on those 12 gemstones. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. The Quran. Muslims bow down to that.
Phone the other day. I'm on the phone with the brother for over an hour. Then toward the end of the conversation, the brother casually says, yeah, well, you know, the golden age starts on January 4th, 15th. I'm like, what, 2024? He's like, yeah. I said, nigga, why you ain't been saying this? Yo, what the fuck? Like, he said it so casually. Like, he sent me this video